And he had such a soft and gentle voice, and he said, you know, we practice this mindful walking. I looked up, and like I said, I was just stunned. I thought, wow, look at the peace and the calm there. This is an amazing practice. I had been asking for some sort of practice that to me did not feel contrived, rendered, where I'm sitting there, you know, earnestly trying to make this connection with the divine, all kinds of different breath work and focusing and visualization and all of these things that were quite unnatural. What could be more natural than walking? It came and went. It went to a commercial, and then the TV got turned off or whatever, but it rung like a bell in my mind. Mindful walking. And I thought, well, it's just walking. They're just walking really slowly. So I'll go try it. So it's the middle of winter. Joel's there and Tanya's there, the dogs, and I have this snowsuit, this really nice snowsuit that my dad had given me, and gloves and hat and everything. And I put all this stuff on and went out, and it was all white everywhere, just gorgeous. Snow, and this is at the end of a road right next to a forest preserve, right at the base of this Lama Mountain area in the Sangre de Cristos. I think it's Flag Mountain. Arlo and I went out, and right away, is when we're in the driveway, he runs up the road, and he's going out into the woods, and I followed, but I followed at the snail's pace. I just kind of put my hands, you know, in front of me like this, and I walked as slowly as I could, just like a snail's pace or a turtle. At first, it was very strange and unusual, actually very hard to focus because my mind was so busy. I kept with it because I really felt there was something there to this simple, you know, operation that we take for granted all the time and never bring our attention to, walking. So I kept doing it, and I found that what I started doing was listening to the sound that my boots were making in the snow, because my mind is just going crazy. It's a cacophony up there, just a whole bunch of discursive thought just bouncing all around. And I'm trying to focus on this and not having any instruction on really how to do it. I made it up as I went along. What I found worked for me was to listen to the sound that my boots were making in the snow. As I did this, I started to notice something. I started to notice that I could get in a rhythm with it and walk slowly and listen to the crunching, and then something happened automatically. And it sounds like, you know, something from the army, which it is, but I heard left, right. In my mind, left, right. And that cadence that was happening of left and right, and then listening deeply to the sound, I found this way to be able to walk mindfully. As I progressed along, walking, you know, for miles like that through the wilderness there in northern New Mexico, I found that it was deeply satisfying on many levels. Not only was it beautiful outside, but it stilled my mind. It calmed my mind because I was focusing, because the mind really can only focus on one thing at a time. I was 100% focused on that, the feelings and the sensations of walking, the sounds of walking, and that focus of that left, that cadence of left, right, left, right. It became almost hypnotic. I noticed that I was present, and there was presence. There was space. There was all this space in my mind. And the more I did this and the more I practiced this, the more I noticed that there were these gaps between my thought, and my mind would stop doing left and right. And what I was doing was just listening, deeply, deeply, mindfully listening to the sound of my feet, and also the birds, the wind, and the different sounds that were around me. There became a mindful listening that was happening at the same time. So without the cadence of the left and the right, you know, emanating in my mind, hearing that rhythm coming, and with focusing on the sounds around me and my own footsteps, and really tuning in to the whole motion of my footsteps, in that trance-like state, suddenly there were these major gaps between thoughts. There was just stillness. There was nothing happening. And I didn't create this, and it wasn't the intent to go there and stop thinking. Like I said, I was in earnest to find a way to be able to have something more organic or spontaneous, or something that felt more natural, rather than trying to create this stillness and focus in a seated meditation with mantras and visualizations and sounds and colors and lights and levels and all of these different things that were happening mentally and internally. This was something natural, and I got to walk with my dog, which was wonderful. You know, I would hear him, I would see him every once in a while, and just, he's blissed out. He's enjoying himself so much. He's already mindfully walking. He's showing me how to do it. We did this every day, and sometimes maybe, I don't know, an hour or two. And like I said, the canvas out there was white. Everything was covered in snow. And there, of course, were evergreen trees, and there are birds, and there are other animals here and there, but mostly it was still very quiet. You'd hear a plane every once in a while. And that was it. So I did this, and I loved it. I thought it was wonderful. Joel came out and did it with me once, but it was my thing with Arlo. So there we are, you know. No food, no job, no transportation. Thankfully, friend Joel is there helping us out, but really no way out of this situation. I find this space and ability to bring this presence here to this moment. Those are even the wrong words. I wasn't bringing anything. I was seeing what was already there. That will probably be the next video, is talking more about what's already present, what's already there for all of us. I hope you liked this video. My name's Robert. I have a podcast called A Quiet Mind, aquietmind.com, and it has some links there for the Facebook page and Twitter and different ways to be able to stay in touch. You can always write to me, robert@aquietmind.com. If you like what you see and you have questions and you want to get more involved, I would love to do more of these videos and share these things with you. And it's been my pleasure talking with you, and thank you very much.